Introducing Dr. Injagiri Damages!
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. You're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
Doctor.
We're live on the show.
Doctor, I beg. Remember that prescription where you give me?
Yeah, that prescription.
I can't go Dibia.
Yeah.
Instead, they know they hold that kind of prescription.
Are you sure?
So I collect the thing back. I can't go meet the pharmacy.
That's where you should go. Now, chemist. Chemist. Yeah.
So they say now this one where you put for prescription.
Let me see. This one a good one. But I have to test it. Don't touch it until I finish. I'll test it and then we know whether it's the right one.
Thank you, sir.
Don't touch it though. I don't want anybody to open it. Thank you.
Good doctor.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Damages.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
Yes. New York City is so great that a man from Queens, New York, got sentenced to 2 years in prison.
Why now?
2 for stockpiling arsenal of weapons. Enough to blow up his apartment, that of his neighbors, and any other apartment where people who do not look like him live. I know, it's wonderful. Police, no crazy man. Police found 225 pounds of gunpowder, dozens of assault rifles, 14 handguns, bulletproof vests, and over 45 bullets in his house.
Wow.
It's amazing. I know. You can bet that if this man were to be a black man, they would have sent a remote-controlled robot to blow him up.
Hey.
Yes.
But he's a white man.
Yes.
Think of it. Donald Trump is not yet president, and all these things are happening.
Hey.
Imagine what will happen when Trump becomes president of the United States. Now, talking about storms, did you see what Hurricane Matthew did in Jamaica, in Haiti, in Florida, even in South Carolina? It was a total wipeout. Have you noticed that it has become a pattern? Whenever a white presidential candidate says any stupid thing about black people, the spirit of African slaves who died on the sea during the Atlantic slave trade, they form a hurricane and strike the United States. It happened in 2012 with Hurricane Sandy.
Yes.
Now it is Hurricane Matthew. Now, see, you don't hear something like this on Kepinero. You don't. I hope Johns Hopkins University won't withdraw my medical certificate for this. But anyway, Trump, like Hurricane Matthew, will blow up the American corners, hidden corners of America. He will bring to the surface members of that, what is it called again? Basket of deplorables. Hillary, tell them about it.
You know, to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right?
I know. I think there is a case to be made for Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States. There's a case. You without me, watch.
I don't care how sick you are. I don't care if you just came back from the doctor and he gave you the worst possible prognosis, meaning it's over. You won't be around in 2 weeks. Doesn't matter. Hang out till November 8th. Get out and vote. And then all we're going to say is, we love you and we will remember you always. Get out and vote.
I know. He said, make sure you vote before you die. We love you and we will remember you always. I go die, you know. But that's not what I'm talking about. Whenever I look at the Philippines, I see a strong case for Trump. I know most of you have not been paying attention. You've been watching Kim Kardashian and all that. But the president, the new president of Philippines, he has been dipping his fingers into the eyes of the United States. I know where your mind went. When I said dipping, I know. No, I'm talking about eyes. I'm not talking about any other thing. Yeah. When Obama did nothing, he decided to put his feet inside the same trouser with Obama.
Trouser.
Oh yeah, the same trouser. President Lodingo Dulente once called Obama a son of a whore. I know, it happened. Listen to him.
I am a president of a sovereign state.
and we have long ceased to be a colony. I do not have any master except the Filipino people. Nobody but nobody. You must be respectful. Do not just throw away questions and statements. Putang ina, mamurahin kita dyan sa forum na.
He probably had that in a country club in the Philippines. Hey. Yeah, he must have had that from somewhere else. No, that's it. That's it. Now, last week, Philippines president threatened to divorce the United States. Hey. No, he said, watch him. What? I'm not making it. Watch.
You know, United Nations, if you can say one bad thing about me, I can give you 10. Repercussions, I don't give a shit to them. When you bomb Syria and Iraq, and you kill communities, and you kill children and old people and hospital, what is it? And why is it that United States is not doing anything? I do not read.
I know. Now look at it this way. If there is any president you want in the White House during this divorce proceeding, it has to be one who has gone through several divorces and came out a winner. And his former wives, losers. I know. If they give out Nobel Prize for divorce or for avoiding paying taxes, Trump he will have gotten one last week. One, yeah. I'm sure you know. The Nobel committees dished out prizes all of last week. They gave these guys the Nobel Prize for physics. They look smart. Look at them. They look smart. Now, they gave this guy Nobel Prize for economics. Look at him. They gave these guys Nobel Prize for medicine. Smart doctors like me, This one for peace. As a doctor, the one Nobel Prize I found fascinating this year was the Nobel Prize for chemistry. It was given to French, Scottish, and Dutch scientists for developing molecules with controllable movements that can perform tasks when energy is added. You can't hear this on Kefine. It's above the level, Now, in their statement, the Nobel Committee said, and I quote, the molecules, listen, this is important. The molecular motor is at the same stage as the electric motor was in 1830s, when scientists displayed various spinning cranks and wheels, unaware that they will lead to electric chairs, electric cars, electric train, washing machine, fans, food processors. They didn't know. No, they didn't know. I don't know if you see the connection here. Donald Trump is like a small molecular Hitler that can perform dangerous tasks when energy is added, like the presidency of the United States. That's it. That's a lesson that Germans learned the hard way. I'm warning you now. In economic news, last week, the Naira exchanged for almost 500 Naira to $1. Yeah. It means that if you had 1,000 Naira in your account when President Jonathan was in office, you now have 500. Yeah, Buhari had made it half of what it used to be. The other half disappeared. And some people tell me there is no change. What do you call that? It's change. Yeah.
That is one change.
But if you think things are hard in Nigeria, just take a look at Zimbabwe. The Bank of Zimbabwe, I didn't know they still have that bank, has limited, again, how much money you can withdraw from your bank account in a day. It's now $50 a day.
Your own money?
$50, yeah, your own money. It means that there is no chance in hell that someone from Zimbabwe can buy one of Nigeria's presidential jets now on sale. No chance. If they can only withdraw $50 a day. Oh yes. After months of puffing and shouting, President Buhari has agreed to put 2 out of 9 Nigeria's presidential jets on sale. 2 out of 9. It's like this is mere change. It's mere chicken change. Chicken change. If he thinks that he will get away or get credit for that, he has something else coming. In fact, if he delays much longer, Nigerians will want him to travel economy, like the Tanzanian president, who was seen in an Ethiopian airline in economy class. That's how Buhari should be traveling. Now, talking about Ethiopia, are you following the protests and killings going on there? Last week, security forces attacked a festival in Oromia region. Do you know the region? Yeah. A stampede followed. And guess what? Over 50 people died. Wow. Yeah. It led to more protests. Now, the government issued a statement saying that security forces did not cause the stampede. Wow. Guess who they blamed? Evil forces. And Femi said, what? I didn't know you can do that. This is genius. I know our spokesmen, they will start blaming evil forces for things like this.
Yes, no.
No. Now, I'm sorry for Ethiopians until I heard that they attacked our own Dangote cement factory in their part of town and destroyed his properties worth millions of naira.
The richest black
You see, Ethiopians, see, whatever issues you have with your government, please stay clear of Dangote's properties.
Yes.
No.
Don't destroy our plan to take over the whole of Africa.
Yes, no.
That's the man's plan.
That's the plan.
Now, by the way, whatever happened to protesting by removing your bra? Whatever happened to that? Isn't that the African original?
Yes.
That was what South African students did last week.
I know you.
To protest and increase in school fees. Show their picture. I'm not making it up. And guess what? Once the nipples come out, fingers of police officers already on the trigger, they froze there. It's like magic. I think you should try it. You should try it. All of you who are thinking about protesting, you should try it. Now, talking about magic. In entertainment news, Kanye Woods actress Rahama Sadu, you know her?
Yes.
You know her? Yeah. Was banned from appearing in movies for giving a musician a hug
Beautiful girl.
in a music video. That's it.
Beautiful girl.
The Sharia police called the hug offensive hug. I didn't know there is anything like that. Something like offensive hug. You know, I don't understand. I thought hugs are either too brief or too long. When do they have offensive hugs? Now, if hugging a man is offensive, what then do we call hugging a politician?
Hey.
Like the way a lot of naive Nigerians were hugging former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, last week. What do we call that?
Bribery.
Abomination. Hello? Yeah. Now, back to the actress. To make matters worse, the actress apologized. I said, why? All she needed to do was to find these Sharia police people and give them a hug. I'm sure these guys didn't get a hug from their mothers when they were young. That's why. No be so. Ali Nuhu. No be so. Look at Ali Nuhu hanging out with women, and look at him. You know, he doesn't have to deal with this crap. Now, a woman not allowed to hug a man with her arms has only one other way of hugging a man. I'm sure those Sharia police have pictures and videos of that on their phones. They do, yeah. Get their phones and look. Double standard, loving hypocrites.
Hey.
Yes, I said it. That's what they are, all of them. You.
Yes.
Doctor, they use this kind of medication.
Maybe they need this kind of medication.
Prescribe for them.
We should write a prescription. Yeah, my man. Oh, I almost forgot. I was told that we have found the next president of Nigeria. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Peter Obi. Yeah. The former governor of Anambra State. Yes. He made a speech, and he's now leading in the polls for the next president of Nigeria. In fact, I think his speech is as transformational as Obama's speech at that U.S. Democratic Party convention in Boston in 2004. You know that?
Yes.
Where he said there is only one America. You remember that?
There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America.
That was when everyone knew that Obama would be president.
Yes.
Now people are saying that Peter Obi will be president. Now, the core of Peter Obi's speech was about West in government and how he contended as governor of Anambra State. Watch him.
I asked them, carry this thing and go. Pack it. My convoy is 5 vehicles. And you cannot buy fuel unless I'm inside the car. So I will pay them. No more.
I know. The governor was paying for petrol himself for his convoy. Yes. When they get to the gas station, he will come out and bring out money and pay. In fact, at Oka Government House, then when he was governor, forget about drinking champagne, what they are now doing there. Then he gave out old newspapers as substitute for toilet roll. If you are going to the toilet, he will just to save money. Yeah.
He was going to run somewhere. He said he's going for interview for job. Peter, can't you give him a job? Peter, can't you do this? The boy doesn't even have. I said, none of my children have car. I was the only person who is governor and bank chairman, not to them.
Isn't that mesmerizing? He mesmerized the people.
Yes.
how did they describe their phenomenon in the English language? They said, one man, what would they say again? A one-eye man is a king in the land of the blind. Yeah. Yeah, that was it.
I go to work in the morning and go back in the evening. I'll come back. My cook then will cook about food that about 50 people will eat. I said, what is this for? They were killing one cow every day. I said, what is this for? He said, Your Excellency, I'm doing it in case if you come back with people. I said, have you ever seen me come back here with anybody? So why are you cooking for the people?
Peter B said so many great things that if our governors adopt, no state will go broke. No teacher will go without a paycheck for a month. If our governors adopt P2B style, governors will tell Abuja, keep that small change that you share every month. In fact, if Buhari should adopt P2B style, he will fire half of his media aides, advisors, and just hire Linda Ikeji. I know. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch all of the video because of that thing that happened to Kim Kardashian. You know, we are close, and I have to follow up, But I know that P2B, I know that he's a smart man, But the governor, that Obi, did he say anything about that 200 million from security vote that he was caught, his convoy was trying to smuggle out of the country? Did he say anything about that? No, he didn't. No. But he talked about that 72 billion he left behind for his hand-picked successor.
Because when you hear that P2B left 75 billion, if anybody doubts it, call me. I know where the money is. I kept it.
Did he talk about it? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I know. The man that he's now fighting, remember? Yes, now. I know. Of course. Did he talk about, what is it called again? The liabilities he left behind. Did he talk about that? No? Like signed contracts that were not paid for. Did he talk about? No? Like thousands of workers that he hired during the last weeks of his administration without provision for their pay in the budget. Did he talk? No? But definitely he must have talked about the millions and millions he was dashing out to schools, churches, town hall, traditional. At the end of the administration, he was just giving out money without appropriation. He talked about that, huh? Of course. Of course. Okay, one last thing. Did P2B finally explain how bodies of Biafran activists ended up floating on Anambra River when he was governor? Did he explain that? No, he didn't? Why? It must be an omission, Let me tell you, P2B was right. The society that we abuse today must take its revenge on our children. All of you who allow these politicians to mesmerize you, you are abusing our society, and they will take their revenge on your children. I will pause now for you to say to Fiagwa. Yeah, it's not your portion. It's not my portion. You can say that. Let me tell you, if you want to take back your country, you have to begin by taking it back from people like P2B. That's it. Wait. Uh-oh, something is happening. They said that Saraki has been, they've dropped charges on Saraki. So we have a new presidential candidate. the man, P2B, I'm sorry. All I said about you, is I'm sorry. Things have changed. They are preparing Saraki to be the next president. That's it. Kwara people. Up Kwara. Up Kwara. That's it. It's changed. That's the
change we need.
The morning that they said we want Buhari to come and explain things about this recession, charges were dropped. Wonder, isn't that magic? Abracadabra. Wow. The more you look, the less you see. Nonsense. This is a segment we call Secret Serve. It's based on the premise that the picture is worth more than 1,000. So the first picture,
wait.
Tomato juice. It's not 10 years. This is secret of pictures.
Yeah. But look, how can you be a whole doctor and forget this?
I forgot everything I said before. That is null and void. Null and void. Everything is not. We are starting again. My name is Dr.
Dr. Lai, just continue.
Okay. The first picture you're looking at is the picture of Buhari. This is when they were marking the 56th Independence Day celebration in Nigeria. You can see Buhari and the vice president and the chief of staff, they were celebrating,
Hey!
I know that you are wondering, why are they laughing? Why were they laughing like that? Okay. I have my secret reporters there, and they told me what happened. They were laughing because someone asked the waiter, how much money do you make in a month? And she told them, and they were like, it was less than the money that they spend on newspapers every day. So they were like, anyway, nonsense. The second picture you're looking at is that of the fake Rolls Royce that Dino bought for 180 million naira.
180.
Did you guys know that?
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah. 180 million naira. We now know it's just a replica. That way, it's just like the Nigerian National Assembly. It's a replica of a real National Assembly. But look at Dino. When you look at Dino, you know that poverty is a terrible thing. When you see someone overcompensating, you just know that it's a disease of yesterday's deprivation. Sasha, can you tweet it out? Sasha, tweet this out. Poverty is a terrible thing. It's a disease of yesterday's deprivation. That's what Dino is suffering from. That's a question. Is there any engine in the car? We don't know. Now, now we have time for another secret picture. The one you're looking at is the image of Patience Jonathan. New picture. Did you see that? Yeah. Look at her. She's radiant. She's shining. They found another $30 million dollars in her bank account. Yeah. Mama Peace is saying that looking at that picture, you see that she's saying that you people have not even scratched the surface. So you have not scratched the surface. Yeah? Now, look at her face. It's like he's saying, you idiots. You think you can touch this? Sahara reporters, you idiots. You can touch it. Touch that. That's what she was saying. Looking at you, laughing at all of you. Nonsense. 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 Here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. Nigeria has raised 2.7 trillion from Treasury single account, says Buhari. Do you guys know that? Are you not impressed? 2.7 trillion naira. I say, get out of here, man. Imagine if Nigeria had implemented CSA. You know what CSA means? Corruption single account. If we had implemented that one, the money we will make now will be tens and tens of trillion.
We're going to see it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it would have been. We'll see it. We'll see it maybe down the road. Yeah, when Abacha comes back. You cannot remove me on the pages of the newspaper. Oyegun tells Tinubu, Oyegun, the chairman of APC. He was telling Tinubu, you cannot. I said, no, he didn't. So Oyegun is basically challenging Tinubu and saying, if you think you had your guy, put it on NTA News. Children of nowadays, they have no respect. Nothing. You know that. Anyway, senators agreed to contribute 300,000 naira each for internally displaced people. You know that? IDPs. Yeah. They said they are going to give out on their own 300,000 naira each.
That's so nice.
So subtract that from 10 million. You still have 9,600,000. I said, this is bad PR for them. Let me help them out. If they want to make people think they are reasonable human beings, they should deduct that money every month until all the IDPs get back home. Don't you think so? I help people. This is the doctor helping the senators. They're confused. They don't know. Chicken, that's it. Chibok girls shouldn't be a yardstick for judging us, says Lai Mohammed. Are you not surprised? He's saying that you shouldn't judge the government with Chibok girls.
After many years.
Yeah, I said, wow, I see. Now, Lai Mohammed, come, look at me. So what about we judging you using the value of the naira? What do you think about that? Yeah? He's not smiling. Lai Mohammed, what do you think? He's still looking the same way. Chibok girls is not a yardstick. What about the value of the naira? Do you prefer that one? Nonsense.
Tell him.
I will continue to blame my predecessors for Nigeria's war, says Buhari. Do you know that? Did you hear that? I said, wow. Did you notice what I noticed? That medication that was administered on Buhari in America, The one that made him say that I prayed hard to become president. I don't blame anyone for the mess I inherited. Yada, yada, yada. It's worn out. It's no longer in his system. That's why he returned back to blaming his predecessor. He needs a new dose. Tomato Juice, I may send you to Abuja to administer one of these sentences. I'm on it. because I think the one-off in his body. That's why. Yeah, no, the same prescription. Just to give him the injection. Higher dose. Yeah, exactly. To last long. Oil prices surge 6% after OPEC cuts production for the first time since 2008. This is what I'm saying. Why do they hate Buhari so much? So they want to take away APC's last excuse for why they are not functioning. I mean, because if the oil is selling high now, what would they blame? What would they say is the reason why things are bad?
But the production is down.
Production is down. Okay, that's another excuse. Okay, they have one more.
Growing up in Kenya, my sister and I were very close. But like any sisters, we fought a lot. She always got new clothes, and I always got hand-me-downs. Now she's putting her children through school in Kenya. We still fight sometimes, especially when I send money for the kids. I tell her, buy some clothes for the younger one, and we both laugh.
With nearly 500,000 locations, our app and online, this is moving money for better.
It's time for your
email.
Wow. Do we really need emails today? Do you think? I think if you ask me, I think we don't need it. I think we should just play this video.
Working hard and trying to make a way. Independent hustles every day. First class trips face out of sight. She got a degree, now that's a victory.
I'm not featured. Do you think I can do? What do you think I cannot do? Why am I not in that video? Tomato Juice. Why? Okay. Let's hear the emails for now. At the end of this, we need to talk at the end of the show. Do we have emails?
Every day, doctor.
Okay, let's hear them, please.
Our first email is from Joseph in Anambra State. He writes, Dear Dr. Damages.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but when I compare the independence speech made by President Buhari with the one made by former Governor Peter Obi of Anambra State at the platform, I felt Peter Obi should be president, while Buhari should be his gate man.
To fear, Joseph. Don't you have shame? Any shame? Joseph. Not be me and you. I'm not part of this. P2B used to say that when the premise of an argument is wrong, the conclusion is always wrong.
Hey!
So your premise is wrong. But the point that P2B made in that speech, that was the numerous ways to reduce the cost of government. I think that's a good point. But not that he should be president.
Yes.
I mean, after all, Saraki is out there working, getting ready to be president. Yeah. Next.
Okay, our second email is from Esther in London, UK.
We know Esther. Esther is our friend. Yeah.
Hello, man.
Yeah, Esther. Yeah. Yeah. What is
she writes? Dear Dr. Damages, I watch your show all the time.
Oh.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you said you saw the First Lady in New York during the UN General Assembly.
Yes, of course. We saw her.
Did you also see Zara? Is she as pretty as she appears in pictures?
Ooh.
Before you think that I'm not. I'm looking out for my brother who is obsessed with her.
Esther, you see, I foresee because when you were talking about it, I was thinking, I didn't see Zara, but I have no doubt that the pictures do not lie. I only saw the First Lady walking out of the hotel. I must say she wasn't as dashing as I thought. Yeah, she wasn't. I'm always saying the truth. But then again, it may be the New York City weather. But for your brother, he has serious competition from Bauchi, Kaduna, and up to Gongola. Do they still have Gongola? I don't know, but there are many people looking for Zara. I don't know. Your brother has no chance. Yeah. Can he afford a bag that is over 200,000 naira? I don't think so. Next.
Okay, our third email is from Abdul in Nigeria.
Damaturu. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a very historical time. We used to stop there when we are going to the other place.
What other place?
No, it's when we're going to the other place. All right, yeah. So
he writes, "Hello, Dr. Damages. I saw that you met President Buhari in New York."
Well, it happened, yeah. Something, yeah. Yeah, not a big deal.
Did he give you one of those change begins with me cards? If so, can I have one since you now hang out with presidents and ministers? Yeah.
Abdul, it's not like that. I wish I got one. I would have given it to you. But in place of that, I think I will send you one Dr. Damages t-shirt.
Why not?
After all, next week is our 250th episode of Dr. Damages show. Can you imagine that? We now have more episodes of this show than Cosby show.
Yes.
Even Friends, Roseanne, any show you can think of. There are more Dr. Damages show than all those shows. So once again, we want to thank our viewers. We want to thank you because we are. Because you are. And you are because
we are.
Now that's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to
drdamages@gmail.com
and follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages.
Here's my concern. Instagram. Oh, yeah.
Instagram.
How does that work? Instagram at
Dr. Damages.
Oh, yeah. Snapchat. No. That's too advanced. Here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, How to Get Back from Recession by Ian Rand. And it says, you can avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality.
Hey!
Isn't that deep?
Hey!
Yeah, you can.
Deep.
Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You hear
Wait. So we talked about that already. Tomato juice.
Hey.
Show us a little bit of that move. That thing we saw on video. Can you show us? Yeah, you were in the video. Huh? How come I'm not in that video? Can you just show us? We are watching. Put on the thing, make it bold, be bigger, bring it closer. We'll show the move.
Hair on fleek, nails on fleek, footwear on fleek.
Do you think this show is... at a point, you have to pay to watch this show. We're just starting because the next level...
Because they are.
The next level is pay-per-view. That's it. Just remember this. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. Please, I'm begging you. Can you go and watch more? They asked me to do this, otherwise there won't be, things are hard. Watch more. In fact, there's somewhere I'm cooking a goose. Also subscribe to the Sahara YouTube account. What is the name of the account again? Anyway, subscribe. Whatever they say, subscribe. Click on it. Please. For me. Nice. Thank you.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.